We want to learn how to predict products and balance these equations. You need to have your solubility rules handy so that we can put the states on each one of these if you haven't memorized them yet. And you may also need a periodic table and your polyatomic ion list just to make sure you get them correct and or your charges correct. So normally you would give in the left-hand side of an equation, and you will need to predict the right-hand side of the equation. First, we need to determine what kind of reaction is this. Well, it's a double displacement because we have two partners. We have a partner here and a partner here. So they're going to have to change places. Now, if you want to memorize the ABCD method, go for it. I'm all about visualization. So my outside partners are going to hook up and my inside partners are going to hook up. Now, when you go across the arrow, the only time you can take a subscript is if it is part of a polyatomic ion. If it is used for balancing, as in the case for the Cl and the K, it cannot cross the arrow. So I need to put these two together, so I'm going to put an Mn and a PO4 together. Now, what is the charge on the Mn on the left? Well, if you undo your charges, this becomes a +3 and this is a -1. And we're going to go ahead and do it on this one too so that we make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so over here this is a +3 and a -3. So they cancel each other out, they equal 0, so that one's balanced. Now we need to put the K and the Cl. Remember, do not carry those 3's because they were used to balance that compound. And I know that K is a +1 and Cl is a -1, so those cancel each other out. So now we've got our products. Now we need to go through our solubility rules and find out which are soluble and which are insoluble. If you look through and you look at your chlorines, you'll see that they're all soluble except, and this is not an exception, so it gets an AQ. This one, all group 1A's are soluble, so this automatically gets an AQ. MnPO4. We don't really see anything about that on our solubility rules, so that's considered other. So this one will be a solid. And again, this is a group 1A metal, so it's automatically aqueous. Now we need to go through and actually balance our elements. So I'm going to use by inspection. If you need to use the table method, please stop the video, use your table method, and then come back and check your answer. So I've got 1 Mn and 1 Mn. Those are balanced. Now I've got 3 chlorines, so I'm going to have to put a 3 over here on the left. I've got 3 Ks on the left, so I'm going to put that 3 is still okay on the right. I've got a PO4 on the left, and I've got a PO4 on the right. So then your final equation is going to be MnCl3AQ plus K3PO4AQ yields MnPO4 solid plus 3 KClAQ.